Spooky season is here and it's time to decorate. I'm a little late on decorating. So far, all I have is these pumpkins and I want to make some decorations. So I have something in mind. Let me move this stuff real quick. So naturally, it's spooky season. I have a lot of ideas and a lot of things I want to accomplish. However, I don't have a lot of time. I bought these charcuterie boards. They're made out of slate. I want to say I bought these at Walmart like 2.5 years ago for 25 cents a piece. Because I thought I was gonna have a Halloween party, but I didn't. Anyways, I want to make faces. I want to paint some juicy, scary faces and maybe have them be like door hangers. Do you see the vision? Let me show you the sketch. These are the sketches. Come here, I'll show you. So these are the ideas, but I only have 3 coffins, so I have to choose which one I want to actually make, but they all look pretty juicy to me. I really like the skeleton. I like the multiple eyes and like the Frankenstein look one, and I also like the screaming one. So I think those might be my 3. So let's get started. First things first, I gotta clean these up and also put some clear gesso on them so it actually like grips the paint. I guess I should clean this off first. It looks really pretty though. So these have been sitting in the tote for a while, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean them up a little bit and also remove this little rope. So now it's time to clean. I went ahead and wiped it down with some water and then I sprayed it with some 90% alcohol just to make sure all the, I don't know, the hand oil, the body, the whatever, any kind of oil is left on them, I wanted to make sure that was gone. Then I take my handy dandy brand new jar of translucent gesso that smelt like complete Also, for this application, I tried to use a foam brush. As you can see, it ended up just soaking up half the gesso. So if you do this, if you're laying down any kind of gesso, use a damn paintbrush. I don't know who thought doing a damn foam brush would be cute, but it was not. It was not easy. And for the paint, we're doing a mixture of the golden fluid acrylics and the golden stay flat or so flat, just a mixture of glossy and matte. So in the first one, I really wanted to go for the screaming face. I thought this one was going to be the most difficult to do because it's a lot of teeth. Turns out it was not the most difficult, but I'll get into that later. But for the sketch, I'm using a watercolor pencil because I figured that using acrylic and watercolor pencil, like it would just kind of merge together. Yeah, it worked pretty good. This is the final sketch for the screaming face. As you saw earlier, I used my own reference photo. Very proud of that. No AI usage in this household. Just wanted to let you know that. You are safe. This is a safe space for AI hate. Yeah, anyways. Going in on the first pass with some acrylic paint. And as you can see, it is green. I am slowly living that life, if you know what I'm saying. I don't even know what I was trying to say there, but this acrylic paint dries really fast. So it is important to remember that with acrylic paint and any fast drying medium, painting next to each other in similar values and hues is kind of the key, but also switching up those hues and kind of making it different colors, but keeping this relative value. Is this making sense? It's all about value. It's never really about color. I don't want this to turn into a whole tutorial or a how-to, so let me talk about something else. Have you guys watched anything spooky lately? Ooh, since this person kind of looks like a vampire, let's talk about Sinners and how much that just tickled my pickle. I saw that twice in theaters and then it came out on streaming and I've watched it at least 3 times. It's the way that I did not even know this movie existed until like a friend of mine was like, oh, did you see the new horror movie that came out about vampires? I'm like, no. I didn't watch the trailer. I didn't look at any kind of poster. I didn't even see who was in the movie. I just went in damn near completely blind. And when I tell you, that was the best kind of watching a movie scenario I've been in a very long time. But as I wrap this painting up, I just want to let you know that all the reveals will be at the end. So just make sure to stay tuned. So on to the next one. This one, I was inspired by this picture of myself. And it's me in my mummy costume. But I also wanted to go for a kind of a Frankenstein, like mad scientist, like bad experiment gone wrong type thing. And you know what? Since we're on the topic of movies, I could talk all day about movies. This kind of reminded me of The Substance, another movie that blew me away this year or last year. I can't remember when it came out, but blew me away. That movie was incredible. I must admit that I turned down watching this movie at the theaters like 3 times because I thought it was gonna be like a lovey-dovey story, or like, I don't know. I thought it was more gonna be like a drama. Little did I know it was gonna be a whole ass body horror. Talk about movies that not only make you relive your past and your bad decisions in the past, but only to realize like, damn, you really can't go back. You really can't go back from the mistakes you made. That is, oh, like she can't. Oh, I don't, no spoilers, but I mean, the movie's been out for a hot ass minute, so you know that's your fault if you haven't seen it. But my gosh, the acting in that movie, everything about it was just great. Now, remember I told you that I had a problem with like one of these paintings? It was this one. This one I spent so much time trying to fix because I didn't like the color, I didn't like the hue. Sometimes it was a little too red, like right now. It's a little too red for me. I wanted to go more of a purple. I went back and forth with the eyeballs because I didn't even know if I liked them. I was looking at a few other reference pictures, like a skeleton and me in multiple different angles of my mummy costume. It wasn't really helping. The lighting wasn't helping, and I was making things up as I go. But I'll save the reveal at the end. I'll let you be the judge. Next one is going to be the skeleton. I used this as a reference. This was the little skeleton I had sculpted in the little coffin box. Now I don't know what to talk about. What should I say? What should I talk about? I can't really think of anything that, is coming to mind from looking at the skeleton, but I will say there were a couple disappointment movies of this year so far. If you guys don't mind, I could divulge. 28 years later, not a fan. The Monkey, yeah, no. Final Destination Bloodlines. Y'all really like that? Y'all like that movie? I was flabbergasted. I was like, oh, okay, this is not good. Now, for what it's worth, I feel like all Final Destination movies were kind of like goofy a little bit, just a little bit. The first one was a little more serious, but the second one and third one was just like, okay, this is kind of getting like that camp. But like, that Bloodlines was hilarious. And like, in my opinion, not even the like funny kind of hilarious. It was like why am I watching this? I spent good money to go watch this movie. Anyways, movies that I have not seen yet that I really want to is Weapons, Together, him by Jordan Peele. I think that's about it. But let me know if you recommend something down below. But we are almost done. Are you guys ready for the reveal? So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, concerns, please let me know down below. If you have any suggestions on what I should do next, also let me know down below. Happy spooky season. I can't wait to see you guys in the next video.